The first time I saw it, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. It stood in the corner of Ton's room, tall and thin, its head almost touching the ceiling. Its arms hung too long, fingers twitching like they were searching for something to grab. And its eyes, God, its eyes, were the same as hers. Amaka's eyes. I should start from the beginning. Ton was dating my sister, Joy. He was the kind of man everybody liked, funny, generous, always smiling. Even my mother said Joy was lucky to have him. But Amaka, Joy's little sister, never smiled around him. I noticed it first at a family gathering. While everyone laughed at Ton's jokes, Amaka sat in the corner, quiet, eyes on the floor. Later that night, when I went to use the toilet, I heard muffled sounds from the hallway. A door creaked. Then, whispering. "Ton. Please." A slap. A sharp gasp. I stepped closer, heart pounding. The lights from the living room barely reached that part of the house, but I saw them. Ton was pressed against her, one hand covering her mouth, the other squeezing her arm so tight it left marks. I didn't think. I just moved. "Hey." Ton let go so fast Amaka almost fell. He turned to me, smiling, like nothing happened. "Oh," he said, walking past me like I was invisible. "I was just telling her to be respectful." Amaka didn't say a word. She just rubbed her arm and walked away. That should have been it. I should have told Joy. I should have told someone. But I didn't. And that's why I blame myself for what happened next. A month later, Amaka disappeared. Joy cried for weeks. My mother went to churches, praying for her return. The police barely cared. Maybe she ran away, they said. Case closed. But I knew she didn't run. Because I kept seeing her. At first, it was small things. A shadow moving in a place where no one stood. A whisper when I was alone. Then, the dreams started. In my dreams, Amaka stood at the foot of my bed, eyes hollow, face too pale. She never spoke. She just pointed. I turned. I started watching him closely. He was different. Nervous. He flinched at every small sound. He stopped sleeping at Joy's place. Then one night, he called me. His voice was shaking. "There's something in my room," he whispered. "It's watching me." I almost laughed. Maybe it was guilt finally eating him alive. But then he said something that made my blood turn cold. "It has her eyes." Ton died 2 days later. They found him in his apartment, curled in a corner, his hands covering his face like he was trying to block something out. His nails were broken, his mouth frozen in a silent scream. The police called it a heart attack. But I knew better. That night, I dreamed of Amaka one last time. She was standing in the rain, staring at me. But this time, she smiled. And then, she faded into the dark. She had her justice. And I had my guilt. Because I could have saved her. But I was too late. So if you ever see something, don't wait. Don't stay silent. Because the dead don't forget. And sometimes, they come back. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Let's spread awareness and make sure no one suffers in silence. Drop a comment if you've ever had an experience where speaking up could have made a difference. Let's talk about it. Subscribe if you want more powerful stories like this, stories that chill you, but also teach you something important. Your support helps bring more stories to life. Let's make sure voices are never silenced again.